Graeme Forsyth with ASTV here, back with another episode of the High School Sports Show here on the program. And today we got Winnipeg Free Press Division winner, champion winners, Sam De Pau, the goaltender for College Beliveau, joining the show today. We got Sam joining the show right now. Sam, how's it going, buddy?
Good. Thank you for having me on the show today.
Yeah, no problem, man. So I got a chance to look at the stats of that Wild Game 3 in the championship series against the Glen Lawn Lions. And just looking at the stat line here, it's crazy. You guys were down 1-0 in the first, able to come back, going into intermission, tying it up, scoring 4 unanswered, go up 5-1. Sorry. Then they answer back, make it 5-2. Then Evan Shore gets ejected, putting the Lions on a 5-minute power play. Glen Lawn makes it 5-4. But you guys are able to stay the course, battle through adversity, and win game 7-5 and capture the championship. So as a fan watching that game, I know I wouldn't be able to stay in my seat, but as a player, as a goaltender, as you saw, things would be on another level, I'm sure. So how are you and the boys able to battle the adversity and come through with the win?
Well, first of all, it all started in the room before the game. Like the coaches with an incredible speech to get the boys fired up. We started off the game. Yeah, we were down 1-0, and then obviously Xander's first goal, like with 0.4 seconds, like gave us the momentum for sure going to the second. And we played a stellar second period, like best hockey I've ever seen us play. And then letting that goal in before the third period started, 5-2. Like we didn't think much of it. We also knew like they were gonna come back really hard at us in the third period. But like I honestly think that our team kind of slacked off in the third period. We just laid back, and then obviously Evan's 5-minute penalty kind of almost cost us the game, but we fought it off. And like as soon as they scored the fourth goal, like everyone in the teams like came up to me. He's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. Like we're gonna start like waking up here." And then we're like, "Okay." Then Cohen scored the sixth goal, and then that just gave us all the momentum again. And then we just, finished the game off hard and won the champion.
So you guys were already accustomed to battling adversity through the playoffs, and that really started in the quarterfinals against St. Paul's, dropping the first game 5-1. You end up coming back and winning at Southdale in Game 3. After losing that first one, was that the wake up call you guys were able to need to get through it in the playoffs?
Yeah, like we didn't think much of the first loss because it was like a very unlucky goal. A very unlucky game. Like they got 3 super lucky goals in the first period, and like the first 2 periods, like bad bounces. The first goal didn't even go in. Bad reffing, really. So we were just like, okay, whatever. Like we knew we were a good team. We knew we could beat St. Paul's. So we came back in the second game. Everyone put our season was on the line, obviously, and we basically at that point we were just playing just to get another game with the guys. So we just gave it our all in the third game. Went into the shootout. We all had PTSD from last year because when we played CPET Game 3 semifinals last year, we lost in a shootout. So like everyone was going like as hard as they could.
So you played on Belleville for 3 years. This was your third year, obviously your senior year. Losing 2 times in a row in the semifinals. But what were the lessons you were able to take away from those losses and put it into practice this year?
Honestly, the biggest lessons I've learned in the past 2 years losing the semifinals is that like everyone on the team has to be ready for the games. Like as I noticed the past 2 years, it's not really the seniors that win the games, it's your rookies. So like this whole year, me, Julian, Alex, like all the seniors, we made sure that our team was really tight, really good bonding, really good chemistry, because that's literally what wins it for you in the end. Like the rookies, if the rookies are into the game with you, you guys can accomplish anything. That was the big difference maker in this year's for semifinals. Everyone wanted this win. Everyone wanted to go to the finals, and then we just pulled together as a team and went finally through the slope that we've never been able to go through.
So how is this team? How did this squad you guys chose this year compared to previous teams you played with at Belleville?
Like how was the team like in general? Like
Yeah, just the group of guys you selected this year.
I think it was like a really good mixture. Honestly, like we had a lot of players in different grades, like 6 or 7 in grade 10, the most grade 10s we've ever picked. We had like 6, 7 grade 11s and 6 grade 12s. Like we were just like mixed apart everywhere. 2 grade 9s. We picked 2 grade 9s also, and like I think that's really really good having like a good range of ages, like on your team, and then like all the rookies just learn from us. And I don't know, like I'm guessing like the reason that this team was really good is that the rookies, mainly the rookies, realized that it was our last year, and then they learned really quick from like our failures how to win the championship. I don't know, it's hard to explain. That's just like I don't know. It's just the reason that we had different varieties of ages that made us so much better.
Yeah. So the first time the team got together this season, do you kind of sense that this was a team that could go all the way?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't think we were gonna be this good at this. Like in preseason, we only beat SJR 6-4 in like our first preseason game. So like in my head, I was going through was like, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be that good this year. Like I was mainly like aiming that we are gonna be like middle pack of B division. So then like the first game against Stonewall, even we only won 2-1, and I had like 30 shots around. So I was just like, really, my mentality was one game at a time, and then our team built from there.
Yeah, that's terrific to see. Just the young guys being able to come together, buy into what you guys are really preaching in the room. I had a chance to talk with your assistant coach, Miguel Marcoux, before the start of the quarterfinal, and he had nothing but praise for you and your game, especially your work ethic. Do you believe that your work ethic throughout your career here set the path for your success you had on the ice?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like since I've been in this program, grade 10, I like mostly in grade 10, I spent a lot of time at practices, coming 30 minutes earlier. So showing up to practice for 6 a.m. and going on the ice for 6:30, while our practice is scheduled at 7. I put in a lot of time, and a lot of like, I did a lot of side camps to get better, and just like my work ethic really shows my success. Like I've been really like working this hard for my grade 12 years, and it shows, my stats shows how great it helped out.
So, if you have a message to any goalie watching, any player watching, do you think that putting in that work is a key factor to getting better?
Yeah, for sure. Like you need to put in 100% effort if you want to be a better goalie or a better player, a better version of yourself. You have to come to practice, take as many tips from your coaches, really listen, put in all your effort, and just like work as hard as you can, and like do side camps too. Like that's what I did. I just kept listening to what coaches had to tell me how to improve my game, just by even a slightly improvement. I would just listen and just try putting that into my game. And obviously you have to like realize what you learn in practice. How can you like apply it in a game situation? That's how you improve yourself and as a player or a goalie.
Right. That's great to hear. So, you and your head coach Scott Costin work together a lot during your morning practices. Scott being a goalie coach, obviously, how big of a mentor was Scott to you?
He was huge. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, in grade 10, I didn't like his coaching because like I was just like a young goalie. I was not used to it. But then like I quickly learned like halfway through the grade 10 season that like I have to listen to this guy. Like he knows what he's talking about. Obviously, like he knows a lot about goaltending. So like I just listened to him throughout the years, and I just applied what he told me into the games, and it helped out a lot. One of the biggest factors that helped me was my preparation before a game. In grade 10, and I was never prepared for a game like from the puck drop. And like this year, I would always like mentally prepare before a game, and it like really showed. It helps out a lot.
Yeah, so it really came full circle this year. Um, so I thought this was pretty interesting. I read Jeff Hamilton's column in the paper about you guys winning. Great column, by the way. You started your high school career where it ended in Seven Oaks Arena. At the beginning of this journey, could you have asked for a better way to end things?
Pardon?
Could you have asked for a better way to end things? Like starting your
What?
career off in Seven Oaks, ending it there. How kind of ironic. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like the best experience that like any of us have ever had. Yeah, like you said, we started our careers, like 5 out of 6 of us started our high school career in Seven Oaks Arena. Like our final cuts in grade 10, we all made the team. And like it's ironic how we just ended it on the same rinks, like rink red, and ended it right there, winning the championship. It's a really cool experience. Like I would have never imagined that.
You had a season to remember, career high in wins, All-Star game appearance, Finals MVP. So is this the end for Sam De Pau's competitive hockey career, or are you planning on playing junior next season?
I'm planning on playing for a junior team. I'm not sure which. Like I got scouted from one in BC and then in Saskatchewan. I'm not sure where it's gonna take me. I'm mainly focusing first on school, so like obviously I'm still gonna try my best to keep playing competitive hockey like junior. So I'll see what happens next year. But yeah.
Was it always the plan to go into junior at the end?
Yeah, it was always my plan this whole year, just thinking about just enjoy this last year as high school and like I have as much fun as you can, and then next year hopefully I can continue competitive hockey and play junior.
I don't know. Can you still hear me, Sam?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
We do have some technical difficulties right now, but we are going to say goodbye to Sam here. Sam De Pau, great to have you on the show, man. Thanks for coming on and doing this with us. It's a pleasure. And once again, congrats on winning the championship and coming on the show. And that's it for today's show on the High School Sports Show here on the network at Amateur Sports TV. And I've been your host, Graeme Forsyth. And with this whole COVID-19 thing going on, we're not sure how much more coverage we can bring you guys on the show right now, but we're going to try our best to find you guys interviews with players, like high school players that have won the championship. We wanted to do girls hockey as well, girls sports as well, but since they weren't able to finish, we unfortunately aren't able to do anything with them, but we're going to try to find a solution. But yeah, as always, I've been your host, Graeme Forsyth, here on Amateur Sports TV. And until next time, I'm signing off.